Hello! So we're back with a series of videos on specifically around the modern day cause of dis-ease or illness, diseases in our 21st century. What we're here to discuss is stress. So my name is Dr. Jill Barham. I am a lifestyle advocate, author, coach, speaker, functional nutritionist. I've been studying this stuff for many years, but come from a traditional NHS type background. So in the first video, I announced, or I kind of introduced to you the concept of the difference between the sexes in terms of how we deal with stress. In the last video, if you haven't seen it, I talk about the physiological reasons why men and women deal with stress in various different ways. And today's short video, keep with me because it is really short, is about how the stress hormones have an effect on us as opposed to men. So there's a couple of things going on here. So when we are in this highly stressful situation, and we talked about some of the reasons why that might happen, because we've perhaps had a really busy day, because we've been exercising, because we've had an argument, we're dealing with the kids and the shopping and we're multitasking generally. What happens is that these stress hormones are high in our body, but they stay there because we're unable to get rid of them. Now, the trouble with this is that these stress hormones put out two other hormones. They put them out of balance, out of whack. One of those is insulin. So cortisol, one of the stress hormones, and insulin are like two best friends. They love each other. And it means that when your cortisol levels are high, it means that the way the insulin reacts in your body, the effectiveness of it is reduced. And this means that we are unable to cope with the sugars, the natural sugars that we are producing from our foods in our diet. So they're anything ending in an O, so glucose, dextrose, sucrose, anything. And all of those sugars come from our food. Some of them are good sources and some of them are not so good sources. And we're going to talk about the difference between clean eating and the type of food that we've mostly got access to in a future video. But say if you are having high levels of stress and you are eating a diet which is rich in calories but not necessarily in nutrients, it means that ultimately your cells become resistant to that insulin. That's called insulin resistance. And a continued situation where you are insulin resistant leads to what now is a kind of global epidemic, which is type 2 diabetes. So that's the number one reason why being able to deal with our stress as a woman is so important, because of this relationship between cortisol and insulin. On the next video, I'm going to share with you the second reason, the second hormone that is affected by these high levels of stress. So like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you on the next video.